As Dead and Company returns to Las Vegas Sphere for a second residency, the question on the minds of many fans is, of course, what, is anything, has been updated for 2025? From Thursday's opening night in the domed venue, here's one thing that stuck out as very different from last year. When Bob sang the song Standing on the Moon and got to the line, "I see the Gulf of Mexico," the capacity crowd let out a huge cheer. Who knew? When Robert Hunter wrote that simple lyric for the Grateful Dead in the 1980s, he was penning a line that would bide its time until it inadvertently became a political applause line several decades later. But this may not be the information on updates to the Dead residency you're looking for. Fans, and the merely sphere-curious, will be wondering whether there's been a complete or partial rethink of last summer's spectacular visuals. The short answer is, the 25 show still follows much the same template as 24, with the same video bookends and a return of some of those favorite visualizer set pieces, but with maybe 30 to 40% new eye candy. At least that was the case on opening night. Variations in the visuals, just as in the set lists, are bound to follow on nights 2 and 3 of the first weekend. So, in other words, it's a refresh, but far from a total reset. Then again, you didn't really think they'd just toss out the ILM-produced opening and closing gambit, where the screen slowly zooms out from Haight-Ashbury to outer space in the present day, and finally zooms back in again to land in 1965 SF. Did you? That's not just the best single conceit that Dead and Company and their designers will ever be able to do in the venue. It's probably the best visual anyone will ever pull off there from now till Sphere falls down in the apocalypse. So for those who haven't seen that framing device yet, and also all those who did, it's a highly advisable rerun. The musical performances that the band is providing in these shows are really reason enough for a return trip, but for anyone who may truly be looking to new visuals as a tipping point on whether to make the short, ordinary back to town, here are a few of the fresh set pieces or additions.